Hello and welcome to our Sunday afternoon cook-along. Trying something a little bit different this week in terms of the technology, because last week I was missing the comments because the phone is a long way away and I can't read it because I'm half blind, even with specs. So what I've done is I've got my iPad here as well, and that way if people are coming in and out, I can acknowledge them coming in and out, and I can read comments if people make comments there. So today we're just going to make a really simple cheesy triangle scones. Really super simple, super easy, and tastes absolutely fantastic. So to get to the recipe, I've added that to my week already. So here in the home screen, I'm going to go down the bottom where these dots are, if you can see them, and I'm going to press those, and then up comes the Cheesy Triangle Scones. So press that again and we'll be able to get started with it, which is pretty great. And then we're just going to hit the start button and let's get it underway. Hope everybody's had a good week and you've achieved all the bits that you wanted to achieve. So preheat the oven, already done it. I've already got my baking tray. Where have I put it? Ready to go. So this is a baking tray that comes from the mix shop. There's a whole range of these fantastic rose gold baking trays, and then I'm going to use this to line it, and this is again from the mix shop and it's absolutely fantastic. These are great, these silicone mats, you can use them to roll food out on, stuff doesn't stick to it, and they can go in the oven and they bake and they're fine, and then you just wash them and reuse them. So you're not making lots and lots of waste with baking paper and stuff like that. So I'll just put that there. And then, really? Okay. So here we go. We're going to put in about 450 grams of self-raising flour, and I've put in with that a pinch of salt. In that goes. And what I don't have out, because I'm not well organised, is my spatula. So I've put that in, and then in goes the unsalted butter. There we go, we'll put that in. Right. So there's about 120 grams of butter there, and some baking powder. And the salt's already in there as well, so I'm going to tick that off and move to the next. Now, this is one of my favourite things with the guided cooking, is it just turns on what you need. So what I need to do is just do little 5 1-second pulses. 2. And it's just doing it, it's fantastic. I'm loving that it just does this. And here we go, yep. One more to go and we're done. And now, this is just like any other scone recipe. It's quite like really fine breadcrumbs. So it's just done it. Mix that all up perfectly, which is great. And then into here, I'm going to put the cheese. So it's 120 to 200 grams. I love a cheesy taste, so it's pretty close to 200, I think. Oh, just over, in fact, of cheese into there. And then the next button, so we're going to chop that. And that is going to be 3 1-second pulses again, and that will chop all that up. Let me just put that down. And there we go. Let's have a look. So that has now chopped up that cheese all the way through it, which is pretty amazing. Didn't have to grate it up beforehand, just chuck it all in and it does it, which I think is fantastic. Just love it. And then the next thing that we need to do is we're just going to add some milk, 250 grams of milk. So just pour that in. And let it, see, you notice it'll tick it off, which I love. Again, it's fantastic. Lid on. The next step, then we're just going to mix that for 5 seconds. So a 5-second mix on speed 4, and that will just incorporate all the milk with the flour, and it'll be right. Let's have a look and see what it's looking like. Yep, that is, I'm just going to scrape a little bit down and then I'll show you. So it has started to incorporate it. It's not fully done because we also now have to knead it for a little bit. But this is what it's looking like. There we go. It's doing a great job. And now we're going to do 30 seconds of kneading. So this is one of the great things about the Thermomix is that to knead, you don't have to take out anything out of the bowl and put a dough hook in. The machine is clever enough that it can knead just using the blade, which is fantastic. It makes it so much easier and so much quicker, and absolutely, you know, I think it's fantastic. Just works so easily and so well. And that 30 seconds is over in a flash, and that's, you know, quite a bit of kneading. 30 seconds, I can't remember what the rule of thumb is, but I think every minute of kneading in the Thermomix is like 5 minutes of hand kneading. So it saves you a lot of work. Right. So next, so now we're going to take that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use another little silicone baking mat that I've got here. This is a different one, but again, get it at the mix shop, and then I'm just going to release the dough. So some of that is caught around the blade. So what I'm going to do is use the bottom of my spatula here, put it over the bottom, twist, and out comes the dough. And there's a little tiny bit left in the bottom there. That will clean off no problems. Easy as can be. Let me just get that squished out. Oh, come here. That's got it. Right. Now, what I need to do is try and get this into a disc shape. Bring it together a little bit more. There we go. That's got it. Just to try and get it that little bit more together. Flatten it out, which is not that hard to do. And so that's got to be around 3 centimetres thick. I'm really bad at judging that sort of thing. So I'm hoping that that's about 3 centimetres. Who knows? And then I'm going to use the spatula now to sort of divide it up into wedges. So I'm just going to go straight down like this, not cutting all the way through, and then across like here. So we've got a cross shape. And then each one of those gets a little bit in half, and you've got big, cheesy, delicious scones. Right. So then, oops, what I'm going to do, so this is talking about using the sensor to tell if it's cooked, because the machine has got the Bluetooth turned on, so let me just get my sensor from over here. I hope that the battery is charged, but we'll find out in a few minutes if it is or it isn't. I'm just going to put that in there. And what I'm going to do, because I'm a bit disorganised, is I'm just going to pick this whole lot up and put that straight onto there. There we go. And I am hoping that that has registered. Next. Oh. So yes, it's saying it's 26 and it's ready to be started, so why has it not started? because it hasn't started for a very good reason, because the app is on my phone and I can't get to that because my phone is what's filming. So we will just cook it without the sensor. But basically, if we were to use the sensor, we just put this in, put it in the oven, and it will tell us when the food gets to the right temperature. So I'll take that back out, just leave that there for a minute, and maybe that was enough. That's what it wanted to start at, was it? We will see. Okie doke. I'll just put this in the oven now. But I think it needs to cook for about 15 minutes. So we'll just keep a bit of an eye on the time, and that will help us then. So really, it's pretty simple, and that's really all there is to it. So here we are, 1st of March. February went in a flash, and all our 25th anniversary celebrations have sort of stopped for the moment, because the big month was February, because that's when the lovely Grace started Thermomix in her garage 25 years ago. So the special host rewards catalogue has come to an end, where you could have got any of those things, any one of those things for $25, which is just fantastic. So we've got some new host rewards. One of them is the sensor, which is pretty flash. And it's gone back to, the 2-tier system for the host rewards. So if you host a demo and no one buys a machine, you get the host reward at a discounted price. And if somebody does buy a machine, some of the host rewards are free and some of them are even more reduced. And it's not connecting to the probe. That's all right. We'll just keep an eye on the, I think the battery's dying in that. Just keep an eye on the time, that'll be all right. So the sensor is one of them. There is the Cutter Plus, which is the fantastic, it cuts, it spiralises and it grates, and it's fantastic. Love it. I used it quite a bit yesterday. We had some friends over and I was making all sorts of different things before they came, so I did that. The other thing that I used yesterday, that is one of the host rewards, was I used my set of these. These are the amazing ramekins. And these ramekins will all sit inside your Varoma. Oh, don't drop it and break it. And the 8 of them sat in there, and I made this little steamed, spiced apple rum puddings. They were absolutely delicious. And thankfully there is some left over, and that's going to be devoured later on tonight in this house. And then, have you seen these yet? This is just fantastic. This is called the Thermomix Nester. Again, you need to use your Varoma. Sits in here. We've only sort of used ours just to make poached eggs, but some other consultants I know have already used it to make little puddings in, all sorts of things that you can use this for. It's fantastic. It's all silicone, so it's pretty much non-stick, easy as anything to clean, and it does just a fantastic job. The fantastic new thermoserver. This is great. It just works so well, and it's got a really good seal on it. Yesterday, when we had our friends over, I made a lamb ragu in the Thermomix. It was ready probably about, they came and we hung out for ages before we ate, so it was probably an hour and a half to 2 hours. I had it in here, it was still quite hot. It was absolutely fantastic. This thermoserver keeps the food as warm as can be and does an amazing job of it. And then the other thing that's in the Host Reward catalogue is this great freezer bundle. This has just arrived and I've not had a chance to use it yet. But this great silicone bag, can fill it up, zip this across here if you're on the ball, and that will seal it, and then you just chuck that in the freezer with whatever it is you're using. Or there's this great container. Now this is really clever. Good size container. you can get quite a bit in here. There's already been a request that I make a salted caramel ice cream to go in here. So it's a great big one. You can get quite a bit in there. It'll sit in the freezer. Again, it's silicone. But what it does have is these fantastic dividers. So if you wanted to do something that was, you know, a half-half, if I was doing an ice cream and I wanted to do, say, half vanilla and half strawberry, I can just divide it in half like that. Or I can just put in all of them, and great way, you know, you could have different flavours of ice cream, you could have different vegetables, you could have all sorts of different things in here, all separated, all silicone, so easy to clean, and it's absolutely fantastic. So they're the sorts of things that are coming up on the host rewards. So that is going through till, let me look at my notes, till the 30th of April. So it's 2 months we've got those host rewards, which I think is pretty good. I just also want to just let you know that I've got quite a bit of availability coming up in March to come to your place and do a demo, or you can come here and I'll do the demo for you here with a couple of your friends. Doesn't matter. We can do it online. You know, if that's really your preferred method, that's okay. Happy to do that as well. And I would love you to come and have a demo and, you know, claim a host reward, get something out of it. It's great. You know, it's lots of fun, a meal that you don't have to think about, learn something about the Thermomix and help you make that decision about joining the Thermomix family. And when you do buy a Thermomix, at the moment, the company are offering a shopper bag, which is a great big, like a duffel bag basically, and you can pack your Thermomix in it. So if you're going away in your caravan, you can easily pack your Thermomix into that and take it away. Makes it such an easy way to transport it around. Or going away on a family holiday with Easter coming up, maybe everyone's going off to the beach, and great way to transport your Thermomix in the shopper bag. It's $25 when you buy a Thermomix, which is fantastic value and just so easy. And the other little thing, I don't know, what was I going to talk about? Yes. So our Earn 4, this is really sad. Our Earn Your Machine in 4 sales in 90 days has come to an end. And I think that's quite sad. But it's been replaced with Earn 6. So you can, just like the other one, except there's a $3.99 deposit. You sell 6 machines in 90 days, so really 2 machines a month. Pretty easy to do, really, because you're not selling the machine. All you are doing is showing somebody how to work it. And the machine is so fantastic, people jump at it, and before you know it, it's sold and done, and there you go. 6 sales in 90 days, and if you get that 6th sale in the 90 days, they will give you back your $3.99. So the machine is totally free. So that's fantastic. I think that is an amazing offer and just works really well and quite easily. Now, just excuse me for a moment. I need to have a little look in the oven because I think I can smell those cheesy scones. Hold on. Oof. Oh, the oven needs a clean. I know that. Not quite. They are almost ready. Absolutely, it's risen up beautifully. They will be absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to get in and devour those. Now, I think, Luke, have you already put the link for the recipe in? Yep. So in the event, there's a link for this recipe. So what we're going to do every week is on the day of the cooking show, we are going to put a link to the recipe in the event, so you can have a look at it and see what you think of it, and you know, if you want to actually make that recipe. So look, I think that I've taken up enough of your Sunday afternoon time. Those scones are probably going to be another probably 10 minutes. So what we'll do, just like, you know, we've done in the past, when they're cooked, I'm going to take some photos and put them online and just come back to my page and have a look at them. Now, I was going to tell you what we're cooking next. Yes, I can remember. We're going to be making, God, my memory's shocking. We're going to be making the carrot cake muffins with a walnut crumble. Absolutely scrumptious. And I'm going to be using this, I'm pretty sure, to do that. So you'll get to see how this works, and it'll be fantastic. So look, come back next week, come back in 20 minutes, half an hour, have a look at the completed scones, and then come back next week and we'll make those carrot cake muffins together. So next Sunday, we will put the link to the recipe in the event, and then you can cook along with us, or at least you've got it there. You can save it to one of your favourites for next time you want to use it. Okay, so have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you've enjoyed it and you found something helpful in today's cooking session. All right, okay, I'll see you next time. Bye now.